Hello, everyone. It's an honor for me actually having to deal in something that is a passion for all of us, which is always very involving for a lot of people in our generation. Football discussions, different topics, different areas of discussion that many people actually can contribute, collaborate, but also learn. It can be in a different perspective, on an agent perspective, on a coach perspective, on a player perspective, on a president perspective. The topic that we try to focus today, to aim also to contribute with our advices with professional people, is a relationship between agent and coach, but also within the players. Part of my panel is a football agent, Amil Sukalo, very well-known international agent, originally from Bosnia, well-known for transferring coaches and top professional players. Also part of my panel is coach Younes Chaf, who has been working in different professional environments, like in Switzerland, Italy, Sweden, etc. Also in Saudi Arabia, in Asia, and also coach Ergys Luga, who has been working in Europe and also in Asia, in different environments like in Superliga, etc. I would like to have a quick intro from you guys, so the public can kind of understand more about you, and then we jump within our program. Let's start with you, please, dear Amil.
Hello everyone, I'm Amil Sukalo. I'm an international agent, and I'm original from the Bosnia, like you told. It's my really pleasure to be here today and to share my experience with you and with my very good coaches who are with us today.
Thank you. Was a pleasure having you. Yes, coach Yunus.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Younes Chaf. I'm coach. What I was working in Sweden, in Switzerland, in Arabia Saudi, professional clubs, and yeah. So today I'm here for enjoying this nice interview with the coaches and agents.
Was a pleasure having you. Yes, coach Ergys.
My name is Ergys Luga. I am coach, so I work in different levels, also senior teams in Albania, China. Had the experience 5 years in China now. Still come back in Albania, and I'm really happy to join this panel and looking forward for progressive conversations.
That's great. Also, if I'm not wrong, you have been involved a little bit in China in the national program, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, sure.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay, dears, I would like to jump immediately within our conversation. It's a delicate topic. Why? Considering that many people, especially not only on the young generation of coaches and players, also on the coaches who are actually there in the market, always they don't really understand the relationship between agent and coach or agent and player. Some of misconceptions, and we'll try to aim certain questions that I think that many people who are following us, they need to kind of understand this. Allow me to start with the first question that it might pop up, because our audience is made of people who also do not know how an agency works. How do you guys think, for example, young coaches can be exposed to agents and have a long-term partnership with them? How do you think? For example, there is a youth coach, let's say, in Scotland. He's coaching in the grassroots. He wants to make it to the other level. What do you guys think? What advice can you give them? What should they do? We can start firstly with our football agent, Amil.
This is a very interesting topic, and thank you for this question. I think this question is very important for the youth coaches and youth players also, because this is very similar. For youth players and youth coaches also, I can get one advice that they need to be very flexible and need to be ready to hard working. Why I told that? Because when the coach is youth and he don't have experience. He need to follow how he can grow up in. And then in first years of careers, he don't need to think a lot about money. He need to think how and where he can define the good place for the grow up in. He need to find the club who trust to his performance, to his quality, and of course he need to find the good agent who trust to him and who have the good connection.
That's very clear, dear. I appreciate that. That's a great advice. Okay, Coach Ergys, please, if you can share some key advices for us.
Coach and agents are relationships established by pragmatic conjecture for both parties, first of all, which is the main responsibility. So for a young coach to shine and to go to the to enter in the market, first of all, he have to give something, which is what he can bring. For example, if he can, in my opinion, it depends how many players you develop and you send them to the first team, which is the first one, the first impact of the vision. Then there are two ways: is the first impact of the vision, what we see, and then the underground stories. We cannot hide behind the finger and we say that football today is not becoming any business, but we have to say that we have to support this and we have to change. We don't have the power to change, but we can explain something. We can explain. For us, the language is the working and the working through the player. Because if the club can see the player and where he came this player from, who grow up this kind of player, if he's this coach or Epsilon coach, then this coach should have a chance to take him first, to upgrade him from, let's say, from under 17 to under 19. Then if he still does the same job, which is a really hard job, is the impact to send him, for example, what was happening with me. I have myself as explanation. What was helping it was that I sent a player, which he was like 15 years old, to the first team to train, and he was same intensity as them. You know, I got the impact. Then the team needs a little bit lucky, of course, because the team need an assistant coach, and then I jumped to the first team. What I heard also before, it was same cases like me, but more complexes. In these circumstances, it's not hard to go there, but it's hard to keep yourself there, to maintain your position. How will be your position, and how will be your relationship with the club chairman? How will be your relationship with the sporting director? Which are these two men are the most important. Then you must keep good relationships and also pragmatic relationships. What I said before, characterized from small conjecture. For me, this is a general opinion, but there are a lot of things to say. The hard work, it's really tough, because nowadays they are getting players who came from the professional playing. They get the B license, and then they got a spot as assistant coach to a professional club. There are a lot of ways, but it depends who you are and what you can bring for.
You're right. That's the most important part. Yeah, who you are, what you can bring, and also what's your aim. Because certain coaches, maybe they're just looking to be the best at their local environment, not really making it international.
And then he can go to the eye of the agent.
Yes.
For example, I heard the case. It was a coach, Diego Longo, and an agent scout him just watching his training. But nowadays, how many agents we know that they do this?
Very rarely, yeah.
The story was 7 years ago, and this guy brought him to the Albanian Super League, and then this coach was good. Italian guy, coach was good. He does good, but then it depends. Then it depends how you keep yourself. Then.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for your feedback. Yes, Coach Younes, if you can share with us your feedback.
Yeah. So first of all, I wanna say there is like two different environment as a coach. There is like a youth coach of academy, and there is like the first team coach. Example, they are different. So in my experience, I'm speaking about youth because I was for many years in the youth, so in the academy. What the most important, like the coach before he said, what you can bring to this club. So, and focus in the development of the player, because there is one really important role as a coach in the club, because that is not easy at for many coaches, because there is many coaches that are just thinking about themselves, and they put in the picture just to okay, I want to make a career, and they forget what is them really job. So the development is the first point. What one coach needed to do it for be a great, and learn continuously, because to be there, you needed to be a lot of pedagogic, because it's a different age. They have different mentality. They are not still professional. They need to learn everything. So is everything behind in the hand of the coach. So the point I wanna give tips is as a coach, when you're in the youth, to learn a lot, because you have to do with a different people and a different culture and different environment. We can say like this, but of course there is like the club point, where the club he wanna bring the player to the professional.
You're right. I think you're right in terms when you speak about, especially for the youth, depends where you're coaching. If you're doing a great job there, yes, the agents will really understand, especially the ones who are related to the club. They can promote you into another environment. For example, if you're coaching in Switzerland with under 17, for example, with Basel, yes, you can get a good job, for example, in another country in Europe for the same profile, and the agents will see that. I totally agree with you. Is there something else you want to add? Because there is a lot of things we have to aim.
No, it's just that. So I speaking about my point. So there is something you needed to love. If you love football, and I love to be a coach and develop yourself, because as well you develop a player, but you develop yourself. So first point is focus in development of the player, not just thinking about your career.
Yes, sure. I don't want to make this conversation too long. My opinion, a technical opinion. You are also a coach. We are three coaches here, and according to my experience, I think that we have to give substitution until under 18. We have to change all the team. First half, second half.
Give space.
Better for me. For me, give space to all the players to play. Because we don't know what they think. They change week by week and day by day. The teenagers are like this. That's why this is a problem, that we are not talking anymore for 4-2-3-1 or 4-4-4-2. You can implant to them any style of playing, what you want. But important, give them minutes to play. Then under 19, under 21, we go serious.
Sorry to cut you there. Well, there is a misconception, because certain coaches, for example, if I'm coaching, let's say now, under 19 team, well, I totally agree with you. It depends also on the club's philosophy. If the club is trying to focus on the player, you as a coach have your individual objective, pathway. You want to have great results. By you replacing certain players, there is this misconception that if I give minutes to everyone, the team might not get the best results. And me as a coach, in the eyes of other people, they are not looking for achievements internally. They don't know what's happening internally, how much I've developed. It's all about
You can
results.
do this. Look, you can do this. You can do this. But the moment when you fail as coach,
Yeah. Tell me.
when I see you, for example, that you change all the team, you play different style. First half, you change the style. The second half, but when I see your players raising a hand like this in the corner kick and making a trick to the corner when they are under 13, how you learn them to make tricks now, to under 13. For me,
for this, because we don't want to jump to another technicality. I agree with you. Overcoaching.
But
This is
how
another
can they
topic.
scout? How can they scout this guy, this coach like this?
I agree.
That's why we have
Very
to
interesting.
be
Very interesting relation you make. Yes, I agree with you. If you're a coach that you think you're Mourinho, basically cutting it short, what coach Ergys is trying to say, also for you, Amil, as an agent, how can me as an agent see a coach who's under 10, grassroots, is teaching players things for should be in under 19. So here you lose points,
or teaching the zones, the areas.
What do you think? Yes. What do you think, Amil? What do you think?
This is a very hard question, because the lot of clubs they have the different vision. I'm also owner of academy, and we have one very good program from the U10 until U18 where we work the total difference. This is very important to teach the players basically the football. For example, now when I heard that, in my mind come one conversation with president of NK Lokomotiva Zagreb club. This is the club from Croatia. They are very, very good the club for the progress youth players. The lot of the players from the Dinamo Zagreb they come from the club. And when I ask him, for example, how they work with youth players, because they have very, very successful academy, he told me they put the always and they make the progress of individual quality first, not like passing. For example, in Dinamo Zagreb, they make focus on the team playing like just the pass.
Team development.
But yes. But he told me, Amil, if we teach the player that he can play very well 1v1 with good dribbling, with he can very, very easy adapting for the team where they play passing. And all players who make the big transfers from Dinamo, 80% come from the Lokomotiva Zagreb. And this is one maybe the example how the clubs need to work in the academy. We need to think about individual progress first of the player. Then when we build, when we make the good players of them, they can adapt for everyone. It is no problem to play anywhere if he have the individual quality. So I think they always need to be focused on the players with the individual quality. Then after that, how they can work the tactical and others.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the truth. You need. Sorry if I'm wrong. Like I was saying before. So in the youth academy, he's individual development. There is no
You're right.
tactics and like this, because this one he's needed to coming after. So focus in the technical, like Precis, the agent he said, and the coach. Every player he needed to be developed as individual. inside of the pitch, outside of the pitch, because he's just not technical. He's needed to be as well is great, like in the school, So you needed to know how to do
foundation,
one,
yes.
1 + 1 is 2 in mathematics for going through to the algebra and stuff like this. So it's individual. His is really, 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 really important.
I appreciate your feedback, dears. Okay, if you can choose within one sentence, please, what would you say is that key thing that you can make a boom from your local market to your international market as a coach, let's say, as a coach, with one sentence? I know there is a lot of things, attributes you might have, but if you would choose one that, for example, all agents would love to work with you, what is the thing? Is it, for example, having good results, having good achievements, having big name within your community, developing a lot of players? What would you say? Let's say on a professional environment, let it be in the youth sector or in the first team. Within one sentence, Coach Ergys.
What was the question? What was the question? Because I didn't understand very well.
Yeah, what is one key component you think that coach should have in order to make a boom and then move from his local environment to move to another international environment? So agents work with him, clubs work with him.
International.
From local to international.
From local to international.
Yeah, from his country to another professional environment. One key thing that you might think. If the coach have that one, they let's say is he having great results, or you can say two.
I must say two things.
Yeah.
I say two. The first is the passport.
Now we're talking business. You're right. Yes, you're right. Now that it's important.
The second is I think his CV and what he did.
Yeah.
And agent.
Yes, Younes, if you can, what do you think?
I think the most important thing is adaptation.
Adaptation, okay.
Yeah, in the meaning of every place you go is a different culture. I always have this lucky side, so I'm from Italy to Sweden to Switzerland. Okay, is Europe, and then to Arabia Saudi. So it's different culture. You need to be a guy. He is adapt. So you're coming there to adapt to this club, and the same things. What you can bring,
yes,
as a coach with your experience.
Yes, and what about you, Amil? What do you think? One key component.
This is very hard, the question, and this is very hard
That's
to
why I
say
bring professional
one.
people,
Yes, I think if he is ready and if he know to make the change of the team, this is the very important component. If he, it is no matter something to win. If your team play the bad and if you win, for me it is not good win. You can lose, but if the change the energy, the rhythms in the game, you are good coach. If you know the change sometimes position of the players on the good place, because you can understand what he can get you. This is very important things for the coaching, understanding of the gaming and of the players. And if he is ready and if he know to make the changes of the team, this is a very good argument how I can sell him to next club.
That's perfect. I'm really happy to hear these answers. I actually agree with all of them. You guys
feel
the puzzle.
Your question should be, how do you understand a good coach? How do you know that this coach is good?
Well, this is another thing. What I'm saying, because a coach can be good, but can be good locally. What I'm saying is very similar question. My point was basically how to be able to get within the market. Okay, dears, because we're running out of time. I would say something else. What would you say is some of the attributes, cutting it short, quality that agents that we're looking forward? What is qualities of a top agent that, for example, a player might want to work or a coach might want to work with? within 3 attributes. If you can mention 3 attributes, I would appreciate that. Starting with Amil, because you're an agent. For example, me as a coach,
What is your question?
There is so many agents out there. There is so many agents out there. What should I focus? What are 3 qualities that I should focus to work with?
If I looking the coaches of the players, you think if I choose the coaches or the players, how I choose?
No.
It is that question.
Me as a coach, if I would like to choose an agent, what are 3 qualities at this agent? For example, should be professional, honest,
the first what you need to check it is if he is FIFA licensed agent, because today you can find a lot of fake agents, a lot of agents who work without license. This is the first the step of the FIFA rules, and you like a coach, you need to follow that. And the FIFA suggests always that the coaches and the players ask from the person who contact them for the cooperation that coaches and players ask from them the FIFA license to show that. So after that, you need to check who is this agent, how he work, and where he work. If his market is interest to you, you can choose him. Because here is a lot of things. They are important things for you progress, like coach. You need to know what is your goal, and you need to find the agent who have very good connection, who have the strong connection, and of course who is good character, who is the honestly with the coaches and the players. For example, I never want to tell the coach or to players that he can play in Manchester City if he's not ready for that. I'm always very honestly, and sometimes the players don't like and coaches don't like to hear that, but it is very important to build openly and honestly communication relationship between agent and coach, and this is the part, the character. You need to check him. Today we have the social networking. You can contact some of the players with work here, and or coaches. You can check very easy today, and this is very important, And you need to check if he have connection directly with the clubs,
Yes. Yeah.
This is very important.
Yeah. Yes, Coach Ergys, if you can tell us something.
Me?
Yes, in terms of good qualities of an agent, if you can give certain attribute, what do you think are
the good quality of an agent is the first of all is the professionalism, the connections what we have with the team, with the clubs, and what he can do also for you. You know.
And what about you, Coach Younes? What do you think? Some qualities?
Yeah, exactly the same how the agent he was speaking before, and the same like the coach. So he's like professionalism and trust. So because the agent is represent you, and he needed to.
Yes, you're right. I agree with you. Yes, he need to know how to actually introduce you at other clubs. Okay, let's shift more now into talent management. What do you guys think? Like, in terms of talent management, how can you manage a talent? As a coach, cutting it short. You as an agent, if you have a great talent, 17 years old, how to manage to know how to prepare and promote him shortly, if it's possible. These topics I know are very hard. They need elaboration. You need to speak like maybe 30 minutes for each topic, but cutting it short, within your professional perspective. Yes, Coach Ergys.
If he is a striker or if he play up front,
yes,
learn him or explain him or teach him how to defense.
And also,
if he back, he play from the back as number 6 or left back, and center backs learn him how to attack.
What about positions in Europe? What do you think are the most people are looking forward more in Europe, the clubs? What are positions that have better chance?
Center backs. More, they are looking more the classic center backs. The club, of course, striker.
Left-
Was always
Left foot center back.
Left foot center back, huh?
center back.
Yes, he's.
Yeah.
And what do you think,
Yes,
Coach
exactly.
Younes?
The same.
Same thing. Perfect.
Yeah.
Because
I would-
strikers will already know it's really wanted, huh?
Yes,
We already
yes, you're right. I actually agree, because there is so many players out there, and there is a lot of competition, and certain players, they want to stick in one position, You think I'm good at it, but also you need to understand a little bit the market. I'm glad that you guys agree on the same thing. You need to see the market.
Yeah.
There is no
Because
goalkeeper
we
being
know-
looking and
we
you want to become
all know
goalkeeper.
we all know the market.
You all know the market. It's right.
Everybody answer like that.
Okay, just to conclude this great conversation, I would have a quick 3 fast questions that I like to make in every one of my interviews. In one quick answer, what is the most uncomfortable moment you have had in your career, Coach Younes? The most uncomfortable moment, you would say. It's hard
I
question.
don't want to mention the club because we are in live, but it was my last experience.
Okay, yes, Coach Ergys.
When we relegate this year, but I save my career because I resigned my contract before relegation.
Yes, and you, Coach Amil?
For me, it is
Benjamin coach, yes.
of course this always if some transfer the broke in last minute. This is
Wow,
always
yes, there's a lot of pressure,
uncomfortable.
Yes,
Yes,
you're right.
yes,
Right.
yes, yes.
Yes. Well, I was very happy. The last advice I would say, as a host, for all the coaches out there and the players, they need to try hard. They need to really understand more about this topic. What is that?
You didn't said what was our best moment.
Yes, that's why it's fast question. I want to catch you guys a little bit unprepared.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, dear. It was my pleasure having you here. Thank you. We'll see you in the future conversation.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you guys.